Washington march out of the own zone, dumping it in. Bobrovsky out. Little caretaking there. Joel Ward tried to send it on the wing. Quick shot and a pad save. Washington control. Niskanen with a drive. Alsner steps up. The former Calgary Hitmen defenseman in the corner tosses it behind the net. On that right wing, thrown in front. Quick shot. Again sails wide. Circles the net for a second time. Savard steps up. He's all over Alexander Ovechkin. Backstrom walks into the zone. Backstrom now spins and turns. Hangs on. Deals it to the point. Orpik a shot. And it's deflected by Ovechkin in front of that net with the stick down. He beats Bobrovsky for his league-leading 42nd goal of the season.
Watch the entry here into the zone by the Washington Capitals, who come out here with speed and obviously their skill. They get into the zone, that little move, and watch him curl up, waiting for the second wave to come in, finds a defenseman, and Ovechkin in front of the net knows what to do in that area. Stick on the ice, watch this. And that's not a big booming shot, that's just a good deflection by number 8, Alexander Ovechkin.
Carlson lets one fly, big rebound off the pad of Bobrovsky. Far side of the ice, Backstrom walking in, deals it back to Carlson. Ovechkin one-timer, and Bobrovsky read that play perfectly. Niskanen from center drives it in deep. Bobrovsky unable to trap it behind that net. That puck was a little high as it came off the glass and the boards behind the Jackets' net. Battle ensues. Quick shot kicked aside. The right pad of Bobrovsky hitting in front of his own net. Atkinson gets it ahead. Here's Johansson on the wing. Kick save. Holtby getting that pad on it. Ovechkin now darts out. Ovechkin tried to walk around the defenseman, taken wide. A second attempt from a sharp angle and played it off the body, did Bobrovsky. And find out what's up next for the team. Kuznetsov in front, off a skate, backhanded and a kick save. Again, that right pad of Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky showing no ill effects. On occasion, sometimes.
Going to chase throughout times of the game. And if you are, you may as well throw the body.
Oh, Bobrovsky rebound, scores. Left in front, and Fair able to send it home after the initial stop of Bobrovsky.
And that came off Bobrovsky's glove hand here. Sergei's going to make the stop, but here on this one, he makes the stop and the rebound goes up front. You see him collect himself. He's been doing this a lot. Looking around players, trying to find where the puck is coming from. And this one comes in. It's kind of a wobbling puck. It drops on him. He thinks he has it, but Fair is there. And he makes no mistake as...
Oh boy, Ovechkin was hit, and getting the worst of that exchange was Foligno. The two fencing, albeit briefly. Ovechkin showing right there that he's pretty strong on his skates, Jody. Ahead here for Dalton Prout, who's joined the rush. He'll dump it into the open corner. Mike Green deals it on the right wing. Bull with a good hard hit on the far side. Moving up ice, that's Latta who went down. He ricochets off his stick, but it's played by Washington. And Brouwer's behind the defense. Walks in, denied. Pad save Bobrovsky. How did Brouwer get behind everybody there? But the Jackets able to prevail, and there they come down the ice, and David Savard with a shot that beats Holtby. So Bobrovsky makes a great stop. He should pick up his second assist of the season.
So you see that sequence off of Bobrovsky, who has to make that save, bail out his defenseman. Hartnell goes across the ice with this pass. Savard gets it, and it's off the stick of the Washington Capitals. Looks like a forward on the back check. Right there.
All started by Sergei Bobrovsky with a stop on Brouwer on a breakaway. Now Chimera comes. Chimera moves in. Chimera on a backhand save. Bobrovsky rebound sent home. And again the Jackets give up a goal. This one to Tom Wilson just seconds after the David Savard goal.
Well, two of the keys tonight. One is Bob's back. Let's help him out. Let's protect him. Have failed to do that a couple times, and respond and focus, especially after a goal. Too many odd man rushes, and right here, if you're going to come back and back check, you've got to help out. There's a puck laying there. Be strong on the puck. Sergei's going to make that first save. He just bailed you out with the breakaway save, creates momentum.
As we mentioned, 48 seconds after the goal by David Savard. Quick shot there, rebound. Oh, Bobrovsky coming laterally and able to make that stop. The second period. Good work along the wall there by Dano. Thrown back in front. Anisimov tried to pull the trigger, but it was blocked before it got through to the net. Alsner was able to step in front of that one. Now Dano. Dano top of the circle. Moves in. The save made. He's got to play it, which negates the icing.
That puck, yeah, he didn't want to, but it ended up right on net.
Here's a break. Hartnell moves in. Chopped down. That should be a penalty shot. Will it be? Yes, it is. Scotty Hartnell will get a penalty shot.
His stick had a bunch of ice on. He's drying off. Prout with the pass up to Scotty in clear. Play of desperation by Green. Scotty actually gets half a shot away here. A good call.
The Jackets on their feet. And here comes Hartnell. The penalty shot moving in. Hartnell denied. Quick glove there by Holtby. And this one remains 3-1. Pass to Beagle. Anisimov and Glenn Cross battle along the far boards. Loose puck. Clarkson unable to clear it. Chopped ahead. This is Glenn Cross. Shot from the point. Redirected. And this time, Johansson to the point. Backhanded by Orpik. Here, Ovechkin blindly throws it in front. Johansson is there. And Ovechkin was hammered by Dalton Prout. Ovechkin comes back. Here's Holtby.
The team is looking to win. It's a day-to-day operation, trying to win, and it's a big day for the organization. And
oh, the Jackets deflect it. I think Hartnell got a stick on that redirect. He's able to send it home. The Jack Johnson shot from the point, and the Jackets have made it a game again.
let's talk about timely saves by Sergei Bobrovsky. Stop the 2-on-1, stop the breakaway. Jackets being able to stay at 3-1, and here they've waited and a nice opportunity. Boy, they spent some time in the offensive zone in this second period. Good puck movement and great play by Jack Johnson. Scotty Hartnell in a good battle there, gets his stick on it. Look at this shot by Jack Johnson as he leans on that stick. Scotty Hartnell.
Wenberg picking up the second assist. Jack Johnson, the primary assist. It was his shot from the point. It was redirected by Scotty Hartnell for his 15th goal this season. Shot by Ovechkin. Absolutely. But I think he's been making a little more of a concentrated effort to send those rebounds off into the corner. But he certainly deserves to be protected in front. There's his stop. And again, he redirects it off into that corner.
Now he's going to sit down and see if someone else pops up.
Old-time hockey tonight. Shot by Carlson off the blocker there of Bobrovsky. Ovechkin waits in the near circle. Shot, save Bobrovsky. Backstrom picks it back up, tosses to Carlson. Ovechkin, the wrist shot. Look at Bobrovsky right there. Vincent races down the right side. Braden Holtby will hold on. No, he'll quickly shovel it ahead, and away goes Ovechkin. Less than a minute left of the power play. Long shot, purposely sent wide of the net. It'll be played. Brouwer on to Johansson. Thrown to the point. Clarkson, one-timer there, and it's ripped wide of the net. Here's again Ovechkin. Power play goal. His second of the night. 43rd of the season.
Unorthodox shot there by Ovechkin. The first one he tried to go short side and they got it right back over to him. He was off balance in a kind of an awkward position. Stick was already way out in front of him. And he's really good at this. If it's right in the perfect position.
Fights off it, check. And it's Kuznetsov. Across the line with Brouwer and Johansson. Wide of the net. Brouwer plays it off that backboard. Bobrovsky.
Some ability at the point position.
Quick shot. Turned aside there by Holtby. Hartnell tosses it back. Wenberg. Jack Johnson looking for that 50th goal. Johansson gets it back. Foligno wants it at that goal line. Gets it. Spins. Turns in front of the goal. Look at that. Great play. Johansson on to Foligno, and Hartnell's got his second of the night. This one on the power play.
Well, Alzner gets fooled here down low. Nice play by Ryan Johansson to get it down low to Foligno. See that stick presented? Alzner tries to play that pass, but kind of half plays it. That opens the door for Scott Hartnell to receive the pass from Foligno. Right there, and he makes no mistake. His second of the night for Scott Hartnell.
Shoulder there from Backstrom. Gibbons hustles into the zone. Ovechkin down the left wing to center. Ovechkin across the line, tries to walk around and does. Look at Bobrovsky make the stop, and then is pushed out of the net. Draw, Washington control. Hartnell is there behind the net to beat Niskanen into the puck. Wenberg. Backstrom chases. Wenberg hangs on in front for Hartnell. Tried to pull the trigger. Thrown down for Chimera, who steers it deep into Jackets territory. Rimmed around the board. Stepping up here. Fair can't play it. Orpik does. Jackets into the slot. Dano with a quick shot. And the stick saved. Now from the point. Fought off. Rebound. Wenberg right there, but send it high over top of the net. Taking it to goal line. Tries to bank it off the goaltender. Slipping and falling is Atkinson. Atkinson gets back up. Hands it here to Johansson. Dano wants it. He'll get it. Dano now. On to Johnson. Quick shot Atkinson. Save made there by Holtby. Deflected wide. Johansson throws it off the net. Oh, it went right through the blue paint. Johansson out of the penalty box. Johansson sends it to the net. And it's in. Empty net goal. Jackets victimized as the penalty came to an end.